Hi, and welcome again to another demo, as usual. In this demo, the purpose of this demo is to show how we can use the built-in utilities in Linux in order to manage accounts validity. I mean, basically, or the password validity, basically setting an expiration date on the password and account. All right. Uh, Most operating systems have a mechanism of doing this. But in Linux, Linux has, for example, many tools, many ways we can do this as well. Linux is actually versatile, but in our case, we're much more interested in using the built-in mechanisms, the built-in files, the built-in tools in order to manage the accounts or the password validity. All right. Uh, we can do this, for example, by editing the file /etc/logging.defs defaults, which controls, for example, a lot of values related to the creation of a new account. Among other things, there's a value called pass max days that we'll come back to. All right. So that's one way of actually managing, having it across, the whole host, so that change, values that we set in this are defaults and will apply to any account that we create with, for example, user add command. All right. So this value, the pass underscore max underscore day, is normally set to not four nines, but 99999, five nines. Okay, which means that the password will never expire. This value means basically the password will never expire. All right. Now let's examine the content of the file and see what it contains by using our favorite editor, Nano. All right. You see here, and the file is well documented, and it has a lot of default values. But what we're after is the pass underscore max, and I will search for it by entering control W and searching for pass underscore max. All right. You see here we get, and it's what controls the password aging controls. Um, here's the one that we're interested in. This is the maximum number of days a password may be used. All right, that's the one. And here we see that when it's set to 99999, it means it will never expire. All right, that's the one we're interested in. The file also contains a lot of other values that we can set, among other things. For example, when creating a user, that the minimum user starts with a certain number. Usually in Linux, Ubuntu, it starts at 1,000. The first user that gets created, and it gets incremented one by one as we add more users into the system. All right, we'll exit this file by entering Control X. Since we haven't changed anything, it will just exit. All right, now that we've seen what the file contains, that's all right. Okay, but let's say that we have a user called Ismail on the system. I have a user called Ismail on this system. I know about that because I've created the user before running this demo. And we want to check what sort of values that are set when it comes to when the password will expire, when the account will expire, and when they're allowed to change the password, for example, and so on and so on. All right. Uh, we can do this by using a tool, a built-in command called chage, chage, which stands for change age, with the dash L or the minus L option. All right, and giving the user, in this case, the user is Ismail. All right, let's do that. We'll see the user was created on February the 12th, 2024. So the user haven't changed their password at all. If the user has changed his or her password, then it will also show when it was changed. Password expires. Here's the thing, never. Account expires, never. We're interested in the password expiration. All right. And here we see 99999 usually. All right. Okay. Now let's change. the expiration date for the user Ismail's password, and so that it's only valid for 90 days. Okay, we can do this with the password command and the -x option. So let's do that. You see, password expiry information has changed. We've changed the expiration date for the user Ismail. All right, great. Now let's check if the changes actually have taken effect. We can use the chage command again with the -l option. So let's check it out. Now we see the password will expire on May the 12th. Yeah, we see that the password will expire within 90 days. All right, about 3 months. Okay, all right, that's fine. Uh, we can, if we want to, undo the changes that we've done right now and make it so that the password never expires, we can remove the expiration parameter from the user's account or password. All right, we can do that with the you know -x, but give it the -1 or -1, and we remove the expiration information from it. All right, password expiry information has changed. Now let's check it again if it has taken effect. Now we see we put it back to never. All right, so built-in tools can help us basically manage, from the command line, manage the password expiration date for the different users that are on our system. All right, but we can also, as we've seen earlier, do this, on a system-wide basis per default. All right, by actually uh, changing the value of password max to the desired value. But then it means that every user that we create will have the same expiration time. Basically, if we set it to 30 days, it will be expired in 1 month. If we set it to 90 days, in 3 months, and so on. All right, this concludes our demo. So please feel free to explore the different options of the different commands, change age command and the password command. Great. Thank you once again for watching the demo. Bye bye.